In today's video, we're diving into how you can use GoHighLevel to manage clients and automate your agency. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how to set up systems inside GoHighLevel that are going to save you time, keep you organized, and just create an overall smoother experience for your clients. If you've ever felt like you're juggling too many tasks and just can't keep up with client communication, this guide is going to walk you through how to simplify it all. So before we get into it, let's talk about what GoHighLevel actually is. GoHighLevel is essentially an all-in-one CRM and automation tool. This means it's both a client management system and a marketing platform. Instead of using separate apps for email, scheduling, pipelines, and automations, you can actually manage everything in one dashboard. You can build landing pages, capture leads, send emails, set up text reminders, track deals, and even run your entire client onboarding from the platform. For agency owners, service providers, and coaches, this is such a powerful tool because it just keeps all of the client details in one place and reduces the need to jump between tools. So instead of having leads in one spreadsheet, contracts in Dropbox, and emails in Gmail, everything lives inside GoHighLevel. Okay, let's get into it. So what you need to do first is go ahead and get signed up with GoHighLevel. If you're not already signed up for GoHighLevel, make sure you use our exclusive link down below because you can actually get an extended 30-day free trial rather than the 2-week free trial. So make sure you're using that link so you can extend the free trial period. Once you do click that link, you can click start an extended free trial. You'll enter in things like your company name, your full name, email address, and phone number. Then you will have to put your credit card information in, but they're not going to charge you till after the 30-day trial is up. So just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. And then once you're logged in, what we're going to go ahead and do first is create your pipeline. So as you can see, this is the dashboard right here. They actually do have a launchpad too, where they really walk you step by step on how to get everything set up. Then we've got our dashboard here that is customizable, but as you can see, once you have actual clients and sales in here, all of this data will be filled. So you'll have opportunity status, opportunity value, your funnels, stage distribution, tasks, and everything like that. And then you can customize the timeline right there. Then you've got conversations. You can funnel everything into here from Instagram, etc. Then this is where all of your contacts will live. So all of your new clients, current clients, past clients, anyone who signed up for a lead magnet, just anyone that's in your ecosystem. Then we've got opportunities here, which we're going to work on shortly, all of the payments so you can know how much your, how many invoices are in draft, how many are due, how many are received. They've also got things like AI agent, marketing, automation, sites, and memberships, and so much more. So where we're going to start is actually in the opportunities section. So step number 1 is to create your pipelines. So what we're going to do is create a pipeline that actually reflects your process, whether it's leads, calls, proposals, or onboarding. This is really important because it gives you a visual map of where each client is in their journey. Without a pipeline, it's really easy to forget who needs what next. So this is an example of a marketing pipeline right here. We've got new lead, we've got hot lead, we've got new booking, visit attended, sale, left a review. All of these are really important for making automations as well, because let's just say we move someone from new booking to visit attended. That means we can maybe send a follow-up email based on, whatever it is that you're selling. So using these for automations are really, really powerful too. You also can sort, of course, and use advanced features and use advanced filters. If you want to create a new pipeline, we'll come up here to pipelines. We'll click create pipeline, and then you can completely customize this. So if you want to switch any of this up, you can just change the name to new pipeline. Obviously be specific with what it is, but you can move any of these around. You can add a stage, right? You just click create and you're good to go. And then that will populate over here. So if you wanted to be looking at your new pipeline, it would go ahead and be right here. So most of the time you will have people auto-populated in here based on automations, but if you needed to add a specific opportunity in here, you can manually add their contact information, phone number, opportunity name, where you want them in the pipeline, what their status is, the opportunity value. So if you are talking to them about a $5,000 contract, you can go ahead and add that in right here. The step number 2 is to build client profiles. So every time a new lead or client comes in, you'll want them to be created in GoHighLevel. So you can add notes, communication history, and custom fields like project type or service package. This step matters because it just centralizes information and saves you from digging through emails later on. So what you can do is come to contacts, and what you can do is bulk upload if you actually have a list of contacts already. If you're starting from scratch, you'll set up automations and lead magnets and everything like that, but we'll just add an example. Luna, that's my dog's name. Okay, we'll just leave that blank. So you can change to the contact type, whether that's lead or customer. You can add a time zone. You can add a picture. This do not disturb all channels section right here. So let's just say they have the phone number in there, but they don't want to be receiving text messages. So you can just go ahead and opt them out of text messages, and then they will appear right here. So as you can see, there's so much more information you can put in here. This is where all of the activity will live. There are tasks. So if you needed to follow up with someone, you can go ahead and add a task like follow up in 1 month, right? You can add a description. Maybe we want to do that. You also can select an assignee. So if you assign it to yourself, you can do that too. Or if there's other people in your agency that need to have access, you can also add them in as well. So again, maybe this lead is assigned to me. Again, you can add other people to assign it as well. So then it shows up in their tasks. You can also add notes, which is great just for sales calls. So everyone's on the same page. You don't have everyone else's notes. If you have a salesperson or a sales team, they can add them in here. So then you can come in here and look at them. There's also appointments. You can kind of see when they've had calls, etc. Other documents, any payments or transactions that have gone through. There's also related objects, which is a bit more advanced. You also can add tags as well. You can add automations. You can add opportunities, right? Courses offered. So there's so much that you can do in here that just gives you a really cohesive look of the client journey or the lead journey of this specific client. And just as a little tip, it's really important to assign leads to your team. Make sure they're actually using that feature, because what you can do again is you can attach tasks to each client profile with clear due dates. This just ensures accountability and prevents leads from being ignored. It also creates a rhythm so team members know what to prioritize each day. The next step is to automate communication. So you'll want to set up workflows that send emails or texts after specific actions. For example, when a proposal is accepted, you'll want to send a welcome email. When a meeting is booked, you'll want to send a reminder. This step is key because it just removes all of the manual follow-ups while still keeping the experience personal. So to manage all of your automations, you can go ahead and come to the automations tab right here. So right now we have this already embedded in, which is the marketing workflow. So this is a new lead, an appointment confirmation, appointment no-show, a new sale, long-term nurture, and a sales lead. Okay, these are all in draft formats, but I just wanted to show you this because there's so many automations that you don't need to create from scratch, right? Even if you come to create workflow, you can select from a template. So maybe this is a getting started, right? An appointment confirmation. So let's just say we want to do an appointment confirmation. We can go ahead and edit this template. So as you can see, the workflow trigger is appointment. You of course can customize this completely. Then they get a confirmation email. You can completely customize the confirmation email right here. You know, your appointment has been confirmed. Let us know if you have any questions. And then 24 hours before the appointment is the time delay. And then they'll get the 24-hour reminder email as well. 1 hour, again, is the time delay. And then 1 hour email reminder. And then also a 1 hour SMS. So you can completely customize this to be whatever it is that works with your workflow in your business. Again, what's cool about GoHighLevel is they already have so many, they call them recipes. So you essentially don't have to start from scratch. You can find all of the templates that you want in here. They also have an AI feature where you can start from scratch, or you can go ahead and start from scratch by just building a completely new workflow. Another workflow to be built is to automate onboarding. So for new clients, you're really going to want to make sure you build a workflow for onboarding new clients. The trigger can be when a proposal is signed or a payment goes through. And then from there, you'll send a welcome email, maybe assign a task to schedule a call, send reminders about forms, and deliver resources automatically. This step just ensures every client feels guided and saves you from manually tracking onboarding steps. So like I mentioned in the pipeline creation, those steps are important because you can use each of those steps as triggers. There's so many different triggers though, like even if we start from scratch, if we click add trigger, there's so many triggers, but maybe we can say pipeline. Maybe we want to say opportunity. So opportunity status changed, and maybe we want to say in pipeline marketing pipeline, moved as soon as they're in the pipeline stage, sale, right? So now, as you can see, we've got the in the pipeline. This is the trigger. When someone in the pipeline is in the marketing pipeline specifically, and they move to sale and the status was changed to 1, that's what the trigger will be. So then what we'll go ahead and do is select the next action. Maybe it'll be to send an email, right? This could be welcome, right? Welcome to coaching, right? So you'll want to, maybe this will be the send onboarding email, right? Maybe you want to save this. You'll obviously want to adjust the copy to make sense. Then maybe we want to add a tag, and maybe the tag is something along the lines of customer, or maybe we want to change the contact. Maybe we want to add a task, right? So, and maybe we want to assign it to someone. So maybe it's reach out to client, right? And then we can assign it to, someone specific, and we can put the due date. Maybe it's due in 1 day. A couple other things I would definitely recommend doing is add check-ins and renewal dates. So you can create reoccurring workflows that check in with clients every month or remind them when contracts are close to renewal. This is really important because it keeps relationships warm and reduces the chance that clients forget to renew. Also can track performance with execution logs. So you can check the status and execution logs in your workflows. They show you which messages went out, who responded, and where people dropped off. This is important because it gives you insights into what's working and what needs to be adjusted. You also can manage your team with permissions and notes, so you can set roles so team members only see what they need. Use shared notes and task tagging to keep everyone aligned. This just ensures that nothing slips through the cracks and keeps sensitive info secure. And also you can scale with sub-accounts. If you manage multiple brands or client projects, you actually will set up sub-accounts so each one has its own contacts and own pipelines. This step is crucial for agencies because it allows you to stay organized across different projects without blending them all together. Okay, so now that you understand how to get set up as an agency, I wanted to touch on some of the pros and cons of using GoHighLevel for this. So the biggest advantage of GoHighLevel is that it pulls everything into one place. Instead of paying for a CRM, an email tool, a scheduling app, and an automation tool separately, you manage it all in one place, which is so powerful. It also just makes everything cohesive, and it also makes scaling easier since you can build once and apply it across clients or programs. The downside is that there, of course, is a learning curve. The number of features can feel a bit overwhelming at first, and it's just not as polished visually as some niche tools, but the trade-off is the power you get under one roof. If you stick with it and start simple, it pays off very quickly. Now, just so you are aware, I wanted to touch on the different plans and pricing options. So they do have a few options here. We've got the Starter, Unlimited, and SaaS Pro. So the Starter plan is $97 a month, and with this, you get everything that I showed you, all the tools to capture more leads, nurture and close leads into customers, full online booking, pipelines and social calendar, website builder, etc., unlimited contacts and users as you need, and you can set up to 3 sub-accounts. So this is the clear difference right here, is the 3 sub-accounts versus the unlimited plan. You can create unlimited sub-accounts. So the unlimited plan is $297. You get everything in the starter, but of course you get that unlimited sub-accounts and then API access as well as a branded desktop app, so you can completely customize your domain and the look and feel of the site. And then lastly is the SaaS Pro. So this is $497 a month. You get everything in the unlimited. You get SaaS mode, auto sub-account creation. You also get rebilling enabled with the ability to set your own markup and so much more. So as you can see, this is the normal 14-day free trial, but if you use our exclusive link, you can get access to that extended 30-day free trial. So just wanted to mention that one more time so you can get even longer on the free trial. So should you use GoHighLevel? If you're a coach, service provider, or an agency owner who wants to save time, keep clients happy, and just reduce the chaos of managing multiple tools, GoHighLevel is such a strong choice. It might not be the right fit if you only need a basic email system or a one-page CRM, but if your business has moving parts, it's definitely worth setting up. As a side note, I know how stressful it can feel trying to manage clients and keep up with every little task, but the good news is you don't have to do it all manually. By setting up these systems once, you'll free up your time, focus on serving clients, and growing your business. If you want to get started with GoHighLevel, again, that link is down below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really just helps us to continue to create free tutorials just like this. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you are not already. And of course, leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.